Hey guys, I thought today I'd do a bit of a video around Europe's Strongest Man 2020, some of my predictions and also some information that's come to light in the last few hours. So since we last posted information, I believe that the athlete lineup has changed. We can see from the list, it's now going to include Scotland's Strongest Man Paul Benton, Gavin Bilton from Wales, you've got Adam Bishop, who is the current Britain's Strongest Man, Mark Felix, Graham Hicks, Terry Hollands, Alex Lungu's going to be there as well from Romania. We've got Pat O'Dwyer, who is 4 times Ireland's Strongest Man, and then Jack Osborne, Aaron Page, Luke Richardson, and Ervin Toots of Estonia. So that is the new 12-man lineup. Obviously, certain names are now missing, like Olexsii Novikov and Zydrunas Savickas, but I guess we're going to have to just take that down as travel restrictions due to the coronavirus and sort of issues like that. So this is the list of athletes that I'm aware of, and the competition has already started today. This is going to be a 2-day competition, so held over Saturday and Sunday this weekend. Now, unfortunately, there's nowhere to watch this live this year. Normally there's a stream on officialstrongman.com, but I do believe it's going to be on Channel 5 at Christmas in December, but it won't be available online today. So any scores you receive from any of the spreadsheets or information that I'm sharing are going to be very, very unofficial, but as close to as accurate as we can make them. Okay, so let's go through the events. First up, you've got the max log press. This is where they're going to attempt to break Big Z's world record of 228 kilos. Now, I believe Graham Hicks will probably take the win there with a log press somewhere between 215 to 220 kilos. I don't think anyone's going to attempt the world record, or if they do, I'm not sure if anyone's going to get it today. That's just my personal opinion, but if anyone does, it's going to be Graham Hicks. In second place, I've got Aaron Page. I think he's going to press around 210 kilos, and he'll probably go to attempt a heavier lift, but I don't think he'll get it on this occasion. That's just my personal opinion. And in third place, I've got it split between 3 athletes. I've got Britain's Strongest Man 2020 Adam Bishop, who currently has a 184 kilo log press. I've got the Welshman Gavin Bilton. He's done 195 kilos in training, and that's currently an unofficial Welsh record. So he's right up there looking to take a top spot in that event. And also Jack Osborne, who is a junior athlete and current holder of the junior record in the log press with 192.5 kilos. Any one of those 3 guys could definitely take the 3rd spot in my opinion. So let's go on to the second event. That's going to be the Hercules hold. I think Mark Felix has got this one in the bag. He's the current world record holder, has the best grip out of most of the athletes today. So I feel he'll take first place. Second place, a bit of a mixed bag. I'm basing this on what I think these guys can do as a max deadlift without straps. So basing it on what I think their sort of grip strength will be. And I've got Luke Richardson, Graham Hicks and Adam Bishop all in the mix to take the next few spaces in the Hercules hold. I just don't know enough about some of the other athletes, people like Alex Lungu, Jack Osborne and Ervin Toots of Estonia. I just have zero knowledge of sort of what their grip strength's going to be like. And unfortunately, Terry Hollands is nursing a hamstring injury. So as much as I'd like to put Terry in contention for some of these events, I just don't know how that hamstring's going to affect him. Probably not so much in a Hercules hold, but definitely in some of these moving events and other lifting events. Third event, we've got the front hold. I've got people like Graham Hicks, Adam Bishop, Terry Hollands and Luke Richardson again. I think the theme with my thought process is some of the guys that have been to World's Strongest Man and also been in the game quite a while, they're going to be seasoned at these events, and I think they're going to have a bit of an advantage over some of these newcomers and lesser known athletes. After the front hold, there's a loading medley. So I'm actually going to put my neck on the line and say Luke Richardson's going to take the win here. I've seen some video footage of him in training. He spent an awful lot of time with Giants Live, prepping on the kit, training all the events, drilling himself. He's a lot younger than some of the other guys, and I don't think he's got any injuries, and he's almost the strongest he's ever been. So I feel that sort of combination of youth and speed are going to be what's going to take the win on the medley. A close second is going to be Adam Bishop, and then in third place I've got Graham Hicks. Both those guys, Graham and Adam, have won Britain's Strongest Man, and the medley was involved there, so they've obviously proven themselves previously. I would have had Terry Hollands there again in the top 3, but due to that hamstring, I just think it's going to be very difficult for him in this competition. After that, we move on to the deadlift for reps. I think Mark Felix will be happy it's for reps and not for max. because he is or was the king of the deadlift when it came to reps at World's Strongest Man. But having said that, we've got some newer athletes and younger athletes with some seriously crazy deadlifts. So for deadlift for reps, and this is a 360 kilo deadlift, I've got Luke Richardson taking the win. I think most people will agree he's definitely someone who could look to break the deadlift world record over the next few years. I've got Graham Hicks coming in a close second. I've seen some crazy stuff from Graham recently, hitting personal records with an axle deadlift, which is actually what the setup is today, so that's going to favour him. And then in third place, I've got Adam Bishop, someone else who also the current Britain's strongest man and really great at the deadlift for reps. And in fourth spot, I've got it a close sort of call between Mark Felix and Aaron Page. I feel both those guys have done Giants Live events before, and I kind of know where their sort of deadlifts are. And again, I may be wrong. Other athletes may come out of the woodwork with really large deadlift for reps, but I just don't know enough about some of those other names in the field today to be able to make comment on that, unfortunately. Following on from that, they go on to the nickel stones. This is very similar to the Dinnie stones. One of the stones weighing in at 114 kilos, and the other stone weighs in at 139 kilos. And the guys are going to have to carry these for distance. And Giants Live are trying to give them an opportunity to break a world record here. Now, based on grip strength, I think the king of grip is going to be Mark Felix. So my personal opinion, and the fact that I've seen him do the Dinnie Stone Challenge, at least for time, in Columbus, Ohio, I think Mark Felix is going to take an event win here as well. So Mark Felix, these events really do favour him this time. Following on from that, I've got Luke Richardson in a close second. Again, basing that on his deadlift for max without straps. And then in third place, I've got it a very close sort of tie between Graham Hicks and Adam Bishop. All these guys super strong, but these are the main guys I think are going to be leading the sort of top third of the pack here at Europe's Strongest Man 2020. After the nickel stones, we move on to the keg toss. This is really an event that's going to split the pack. Even if you're really good at keg toss, you can have an off day. I've seen Big Z struggle, not with the weights, but just if you can't get the trajectory right and the keg over the bar, it really does cost you massive points. So you could see an upset, or you could see everything go really well. It just depends on the day. Many factors can make a keg toss good or bad. But looking at the names here, it will be explosive power that's going to win the game and speed. And I think that's Graham Hicks and Luke Richardson, followed closely by people like Adam Bishop and Mark Felix, and maybe Terry Hollands also. So I think, again, people with World's Strongest Man experience are definitely going to be top of the pack on that particular event. We then finish off with the Atlas stones. And from my current knowledge, I don't think it's going to be an excessively heavy stone at the end. It's not going to finish with, say, 220 kilos. I think the stone run, from what I've seen, is somewhere between 120 to 180. So I think it's going to be something where everyone can achieve a good stone run, but it's going to be down to speed and making sure there's no mistakes. So I've got, at the top of the stone run, I've got Graham Hicks, Adam Bishop and Mark Felix again, based on the fact that they're injury-free to my knowledge and also with that World's Strongest Man experience. And I've got Luke Richardson also in contention. I know stones is something quite new to him, and I've seen him do, I think, at Britain's Strongest Man quite a good run, but will it be enough to take the podium? Will it be enough to take a win in that event? We'll have to wait and find out. And overall, just in case anyone's interested, my prediction for Europe's Strongest Man 2020, I predict Graham Hicks is going to take the title this year. I think this guy is massively underrated. He should have won Britain's Strongest Man more than once, in my opinion. And I definitely expect him to do some serious damage at this year's World's Strongest Man. So stay tuned for that. I think Graham is really on a real good high at the moment, and so expect some big things from him. Second place, I think Luke Richardson's going to shine today. I think that deadlift for reps is going to help him out, and I think his grip strength is also going to help him out. And plus his youth and lack of injuries, I think he's in a good spot right now, and he can definitely earn himself a few more stripes in the world of strongman today. Third place, I give it to Adam Bishop, Britain's Strongest Man 2020, a great all-round athlete, but today and tomorrow is really going to be a test for him. I think he's going to lose a few points on that max log, and everything else is kind of up in the air. He's very good at all the other events. It just depends, are those other guys going to beat him? You know, people like Mark Felix in the Hercules hold, slowly chipping away at points is going to make all the difference in the overall standings. But luckily we've got 8 events. Normally these kind of competitions are done between 5 and 6, so it really is covering all elements of strength, including grip, So I think most of the fans should be happy this time that they are doing as much as they can to do what people want. And in 4th place, I've got it again, a close fight between Mark Felix and Aaron Page. So it'll be interesting to see how close I am. I think you guys, if you want to comment below and say who you think's going to win and what are your top 3 for the podium, do you think that's the same as me, or do you think someone else is going to do well? Again, the list of athletes, we've got Paul Benton of Scotland, Gavin Bilton of Wales, we've got Adam Bishop, the current Britain's strongest man, we've got Mark Felix, Graham Hicks, Terry Hollands, Alex Lungu, Pat O'Dwyer, Jack Osborne, Aaron Page, Luke Richardson and Irvin Toots. And I think Irvin is someone I've not seen compete, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. But Irvin has also been given an invitation to this year's World's Strongest Man. That's some quite recent news. So he's obviously very good if he's made the cut of the 25 athletes to make it to Worlds. So potentially he could take the win here. It'll be very interesting to see how he gets on. And I can't wait to watch the show. Unfortunately, there's not going to be a live feed this year. I don't think they've got good enough Wi-Fi in the area where it's being held, so they're going to film it. There will be some clips shown today and tomorrow on Facebook, I believe, and possibly Instagram. But in terms of watching the full show, we're going to have to all wait until Christmas time on Channel 5 in the UK. I don't know if they're going to be able to show it in other countries. I really hope they can, because it is Europe's Strongest Man, and I think everyone in the world really should be able to watch all of these events. I think Official Strongman do a good job, and if you are subscribed to their channel on the internet, you can watch a lot of footage from their Giants Live shows. It's just unfortunately this one today, I just don't think they had enough time to sort it, or they didn't have the facilities to do it at the venue. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you again on the next one.